Hello my fellow intrepers, it is I, Phantom and today we are doing another LEGO review. This is version 2 of Creaton's Mech Rage. In the previous video I asked you to send in suggestions about the left arm here. As you can see, as I can take it off because it's not securely put on, move that to the back. I have taken some of them, so there was a comment I believe about a chainsaw, or something along those lines. And that's the basic of the chainsaw bit. This was originally going to be a chainsaw arm, but the arm didn't look right. So if I'm talking quite quickly, but I have 4 minutes on this SD card because I am recording in 1080p, just to see what it looks like. As you can see, quite good quality. But I couldn't get the arm right, so I turned it into a cannon. The cannon didn't look right, so I made a fusion between this chainsaw bit and the cannon bit. Now you've seen this left arm, which is quite cool. I'm gonna move it on to the other improvements I have made. Let's see if I can't get this arm. That's good. We'll do it like this. We'll break pieces off. As you can see, this is the right arm, and for you keen-eyed viewers, you'll notice there is no Gatling gun or minigun, depending on whatever you saw in it. On this arm, this is for two reasons. Number one, it looks thinner, and I have improved parts of this arm so it can do 160 degrees, 160? 360 degrees of rotation. So it's easier to move and it looks cooler, so I can do shots of stuff. This has been turned to grey just to symbolize it's off, but I have the other colours like blue to replace it. I'm still working on the depth of field on this camera, so sorry if I keep things out of shot. Nothing much has changed except for this palm piece, which we'll have to come to a bit later to explain why the Gatling gun is missing. But trust me, it leads to something a lot cooler. Now let's move on to the other parts of the body. As you can see, Creaton has not changed at all. The chest plate has been brought forward by one tile, that's so he can sit in there a bit more comfortably. This doesn't change anything up here. It's still got the same movement as before. It can still detach. But if we go to the back, I can't remember if this was in the last video, but these plates here, or vents, sorry, are more secure, leaving more room for these to open, and I've added a flame piece at the back. So if you do this, oops, if you do something, you can fold the guns back on themselves, and it kind of looks something like this. And it reminds me of that thing out of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword that flies around. I have forgotten the name of it, but in the Littlewood called it Bruce, so let's call it Bruce. Move that over there, and let's see if I can tilt the camera. Smooth panning. As you can see, we have changed the feet a bit. These were originally on those thin pieces, but these could not support the whole weight of the thing. So I've moved, instead of having ball joints on the arms, now they are ratchet joints to make them stronger. The ball joints have been moved onto the feet so I can get good articulation out of them like this. The feet have been made a block longer so they can support the weight. Nothing much has changed. The leg piece here has just been trimmed out a bit, thinned, just to make it a lot stronger. I have removed tiles here so the hinges move a lot better, but we still got all this movement, all this walking stuff, and it was on this platform here just because if I was doing this all without it, it would be falling over and breaking, and this video wouldn't make much sense. Now, to go back onto what I said earlier about the arm here, I'm going to make a quick cut right now, just so the SD card has some room, and you can see what improvements I have made for this. So, I'll see you in just a second. Hello again. For you, that was merely seconds, and for me, it was also merely seconds, because all I had to do was swap an SD card around. Now, back to what I was saying before that glorious break. I removed the Gatling gun from here. Now, if you look at the back of the hand, whatever it's called, placement thing, as you can see, it's not all studded. One part is a smooth tile. Now, this is so I can remove and place things on it easier, and it won't take too much effort or take the whole hand off. Now, if you notice during the cut, I added this piece here. This is for the the first attachment that I have built. Now, I didn't get rid of the Gatling gun, as I said. What I instead did was turn it into something awesome. This Gatling gun from War for Cybertron type thing. So you got some of the yellow, you got some blue, that's just to break away the grey. You've got this ventilation bit at the back, so it doesn't overheat. You've got full rotation here, chain bit that goes all the way around, and it clips on here, and it just looks badass. Now it also attaches in quite a cool place. So that bit there, do you remember? You turn the hand this way, just enough. You attach it like so, click it on, and it rests on that piece. Sometimes the hand might fall off because it's bearing quite a lot of weight. But then you get this cool pose, which when you put the fist down like that, it just looks quite cool. And it's kind of like a Terminator meets Iron Man-esque pose. You've got this cool long barrel that can rotate. Fortunately, it does collapse a bit under its own weight, so it doesn't stay up as straight as I would like it, but that's the limitations with the weight and the way I built it. Looks quite cool from the side. It's got a nice profile. This chain can be made like flat or can be curled up like I have, so it's got a bit more of a position. And I do like how you can just see the blue bit sticking out the top, so it's like it's energy bullets and stuff, so like War for Cybertron. So it looks a bit cooler, and the whole hand's quite well supporting of it, and it can wobble around a bit. The whole hand can still rotate with this piece on. It can go nearly 360, but it stops. Actually, no, saying that, that's another good place to have it. Is underneath the arm and the arm to the side. I guess if I could make a secondary piece. That, and if I did that there, if I laid this out a bit flat, added a long handle, then this bit here could be like being held by the hand. That's one idea, but I've just noticed how much time I spent talking about the Gatling gun, so if there's any more I think I should add about this, it'll either be at the end of the video or in its own separate video. So what I'm going to do now is take the Gatling gun off completely, say goodbye to it, and now we are going to add the second hand upgrade I have made, which is the rocket punch. This is based on the Bakugan New Destroyer Subterra Primo Vulcan. Yeah, I remember anime ability of his rocket punch. So what you do is you have to remove the hand completely. That's how it rotates on a blue stud. The blue ones provide less. I can't remember if it's less or more. Well, that's worrying. Less or more support, whatever, friction, so it doesn't move as much. But then you lock it on like that. And to fire it, well, you fire it just as, take the whole piece off, and then you animate it flying like a fist. I'm really worried now because I've just spent 4 minutes talking about all of this, and now I'm going to have to make another jump cut in 20 seconds. And I said this wasn't going to be a longer one. I should really learn to keep everything under 4 minutes. Yeah, that's probably why you watch it. So, in good old tradition, another jump cut. Hello again. There was another glorious jump cut right there. And as you can see, I have quickly put everything together in this part, but I will deconstruct it. The final melee weapon out of the 3 weapons that I built for this arm is these wrecking ball type ball and chain things, whatever they're called. As you can see, they're just simply those large round circular pieces on some dangly cable thing. I've forgotten the word. As you can see, they're completely free movable because of gravity, and he's still got full rotation on this, so he doesn't look like he's throwing them. Yeah, it's not very good at self-supporting anything below this angle because of the weight, which brings it all the way down. It is held on by, let's just bring this close to the camera, by the central piece there. Simply, you just take those out. This is the easiest one to put on, apart from the Gatling gun. So there you go, back to the original fist design there. And the last things on this uh, builds upgrades. Let's bring them a bit closer so you can see that. Sorry if the colours are a bit meh. It's the light in the background. I can't quite balance it out. Are you gonna focus for anyone here? Come on. Oh, focus. It's gonna be another one of those videos where you don't want to focus. Well, if you squint, that's focused. Right. Apart from these types of bullets here, which are the standard ones that I put in here in the last one, I have added two new types. We have the incendiary bullet. I think I'm saying that right. You can tell the difference between that and the usual one because it is red. That just basically means it's going to burn whatever it touches. I think that's what incendiary means anyway. If it's not, it's my universe. And then we have the big bullet of death shot, which basically, if you look at an ordinary one, yeah, it hurts a lot more. This is from the old Lego sets before the health and safety had to go at them for, that's gonna kill somebody if you shoot them properly. And then they retaliate with, don't sue us, we'll make these ones. Which kind of look pathetic and cooler at the same time. So, it's a win-win. They both load in the exact same way. Let's put the big bullet in it. This one, it affects the arm in no way whatsoever. Same with the incendiary, just because it's a different colour. We'll put the thing back on like so. As you can see, no difference either side. And if we zoom out once again to look at the final looks of the robot, he's not that bad, but it's a shame that none of it is in focus apart from here, so we will have to look at it from this angle. And this is one of my more favourite builds I have made this year. Looks quite cool. Still probably going to have work in progress, but like I said in the original part of this video, any new updates for the weapons will have their own video, so you won't be seeing this guy until there's big improvements on him, you know. And there might be some more improvements on its way soonish, I think, because I've got some ideas that have been bubbling over during this video. Now, I've talked quite a lot, and my throat is tired, so I'm probably going to try and make another one of these videos and then go. That's the piece I was looking for earlier. So, as always, you've been... I forgot my own outro. Oh, that can't be good. I remember it now. Well, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Because I've been Phantom Cheesecake, you've been the audience, and I'm out. Bye!